House was a hot mess. I think I need to do a video on because it was so gross. Hi, Happy Hoarder here, and welcome to my lake house. Also known as the house that Craigslist, Rolling Hills, garage sales, Ruston Market on Facebook, you name it, I found it somewhere cheap. So I want to show you some of my cool things. When we took all the paneling down, we had like these strips of shiplap. We saved what we could and we put it in our little, on our wall, like a little accent wall in our dining area. And hello, and on the other side. Now originally our dining area was the living area. This place was like 640 square feet and we added all this. So we added the big windows that look like over the lake, and then we added big sitting area here and my little place to write here, and so I have my little books here on writing and decorating and fun stuff like that. So yeah, so this is where I thought I would do most of my writing, would be right here in my desk, but instead I write in here. I usually sit with my feet propped up facing the television and with dogs piled up right here. Yeah, and that's the best place in the house to write. And you still get the lovely view over here. Now, we've had a snow here, and we've got a lot of drainage, and we have a lot of dead salvia that's blown up on our side of the lake. But this is my little lake view. And a nice little chair to read in, lol. I never read in this chair. It's just sitting over here in case we have more people over. So one of my good finds was this adorable little sideboard. Yeah, and it was painted red already, so ready to go. And it's really cute. Then they had kind of redid some stuff to it to make it more sturdy, so that worked out really well. And then I find the weirdest stuff. I don't know if I can do this backwards, but we'll try. Anyway, I found this adorable clock at Rolling Hills. I mean, that is just too funny. And I bought a whole bunch of gourds. These are by an artist here from Ruston. So I found a bunch of her gourds at Rolling Hills. She had donated to Rolling Hills, and they're just giving those suckers away. And I know, because I do gourds, I know what kind of work goes into cleaning them, if nothing else. So it was a great deal. My mom gave me the fish basket, but I found all this really fun stuff. I mean, it's beat up, but so is the house. And even though we redid everything, it was such a mess. But this is a wonderful fireplace mantle that I got. We'll just do a little zoom over here. It's just really, it's worn. They do that sandblasting on them to give them that really rough look. So it's really weathered. I think a lot of this was actual weathering. And then we painted the top black. It was so bad and so nasty that we just painted it black. But we painted it black to go with our little stove. And I found this at Rolling Hills. This little, actually bought the mantle at an estate sale, but I got this at Rolling Hills. It's a surround. I'm going to expand it. This is like, makes it where you can make it any length. And we built the box to put our little stove a little bit off the ground. So yeah, this is our little propane. It's on propane, so it's awesome. One of the good deals I found, a man was getting rid of a whole bunch of tile. I think he did the bathrooms for the highway department. So he had all this white tile, then he had all this other tile, because he just loved to hoard all this kind of stuff. So he was selling this, oh yeah, that's where I got the white tile. Now I think about it, this actually came from Rolling Hills. Yeah, and then I got some, I think they were on clearance, but this stuff right here was on clearance, the sparkly stuff at Lowe's, so sometimes I do buy stuff. Only if it's on sale though, I don't know. So I was actually doing a book signing at this big thing that they had, where everybody had different stuff, like a setup, and this one man had all this wood furniture that he made really natural. Well, he had just cut this like that. I said, oh my goodness, I love that. And so I bought that from him. So it's really a fun piece right there. It's got this and my frog lamp that I've had forever. I got the table and chairs, I think I got these like Craigslist or something, real cheap. I had to paint the top because the top was all messed up, but hey, got a little creative there. But my kitchen, I know I came at this at a real weird angle as I walked in the front door. This is my kitchen. Once again, I have my white tile that we drove all the way to this town. I don't even know where it was. It took about an hour to get there. But we met this man, and he was so adorable. But these were just tile that I literally picked up like on clearance, and I did get a whole bunch of tile from Rolling Hills. And I set these one at a time because it had to be just perfect. Yeah, I had this, my house needs cleaning. Yeah, that's one thing. It's another house that needs cleaning. I got this adorable cat at Rolling Hills. It's a gray cat. We had a gray cat named Storm. So yeah, I even got good deals like on my sink. I can't remember where, but I think I found it's a new sink, but it was somebody bought it and didn't need it. You know, so I got a good deal on that. Love my handles. Got my handles on. I mean, I searched high and low to find the perfect handles for in here. They were black and I painted them with the copper and then bronze over that to give it that distressed bronze look. So my husband and I built this plate rack, and I had to count out to make sure I had, you know, how many plates I could put in and everything. So we built this. We did this weird thing with the cabinets. These are some cabinets I found at a builder supply. I mean, they're not the great cabinets, but they go all the way to, I want them to go all the way to the ceiling, but then I need, you know, things more in reach. So we used a little cabinet over here, and then made just a little shelf, cute little shelf right here. And then, because I knew I wanted this here, so we were having to kind of do some fun stuff to make this so, and they gave us the most storage we could, you know, would accommodate in this space. And the only one problem is that's a little bit on the low side. And then we did the same thing over here where we took it all the way to the ceiling, and then we had these two pieces that go. At the time we didn't have a refrigerator, so we didn't know how tall it's going to be, but we based it on this one. So this, we knew had to be this top high, and we had to drive all the way to Shreveport, which is about an hour away to get this. Yeah, and then I found this, you know, I think we went to like Benton, Louisiana to get that. So we have driven all over within a 1 hour, you know, or more to find parts for this. It would have been so much easier, so much cheaper just to walk into a, you know, Lowe's or a builder and go, just do this, just make this happen. But yeah, we did everything the hard way. But yeah, so we got really good deals on everything, but it also came with some work. But that work was fun. It was fun riding in the truck to all these new places, meeting these people. Oh, we got this, also bought this. A lady had bought a house. It was brand new, but she wanted stainless. It was in the house, you know, when she bought it. And she wanted stainless, and so this had not even, you know, been used, and it was all that together. So perfect. Yeah, so it was fun. It was like more, doing it this way was much more challenging, but much more creative, because I'm a creative person and that's what I do. I found this at Rolling Hills and I just love it. And we get a good angle, yeah, because we did everything backwards. Love that lamp. I was gonna paint it with the antique bronze, but my husband put it up. That's why you should always wait till your wife tells you what to do. But anyway, I love that lamp. It's so cute. It's not very bright though. Not really good for doing dishes. We don't have enough lighting to have that. We did buy like a whole bunch of generic lights because we had to get lighting up. But over time, we have changed out our lights to something we like more. One of which is my $15 find at Rolling Hills. And I just love this. This looks so cool. And it was just perfect for in here. So my furniture, come in here. Hello. So my furniture came from a lady that ended up, we had people we knew in common. It was kind of funny, but she was from Monroe. She had on Craigslist. She said she bought it. Turns out she just didn't like the color. She was going to change colors, and when I went to get it, sure enough, that color did not work in her house, but I didn't care because it was my lake house, and brown goes with my dogs. But what I did, I had very contemporary feet. Don't look at the dust, please. I changed out the feet. I ordered these online and I spray painted them black because I didn't know what else to do. We bought these two tables. Once again, had to drive a million miles to get them. It was brown. I repainted it this mustard yellow. My carpet came from a garage sale, and it's the worst for showing dog hair, so no big zoom ins on that. We also bought this blue one, and the blue was just some paint, and the yellow as far as that goes. Was something that I bought in the, you know, the stuff that they had mixed the wrong color. So it was a really cute blue. And I thought, hey, I could use that. I think I may have got that from an estate sale. And it was so ugly that, you know, they gave it away basically. It was either, I've had this a long time. I had this before I had the house. I got this at well, it's like an estate sale. It's I guess you put your magazines in here. It's a little handmade table. This is where I kind of stash all my games and stuff like that. This is by an artist that I have a lot of his work, and I have some of his other things at home. This gorgeous painting I love. I know it's more like river birch, not so much like cypress, but it's cypressy enough. I found this at Rolling Hills. I love it. It is the work that they did at the teeny tiny, I don't even know how they made this. I should know things. but this was done on masonite, and it's just the technique they use. It just kind of glows. It's adorable. Got the big shelf, rolling hills. Yes, I did. $5. Now there's some more of the gourds that I picked up. And this duck came from my art teacher in high school from his estate sale. Something I'd like to do a video on is that estate sale. I want to go back and visit it again. Lots of cool stuff. I picked up this other table that I totally redid myself. I refinished it. It was a pain in the booty. I don't like to refinish. Now the gourd, like I said, I got about 20 of her gourds. It was crazy. Now the lamp, I went on shopgoodwill.com just looking for something deer related, and I found this. God meant for me to have this hideous lamp. I love it so much. And so I got this crazy looking lamp. And then I couldn't find a shade. I mean, it was so hard to find these shades. And the one I got is kind of fancy, but then it is kind of cool when you light it up because this lace, you know, stuff going on, scroll work going on inside kind of matches that. I guess I'm just going to say that. Pillows galore. Yeah, secondhand. Now the lamp shade, I'm sorry, was a Rolling Hills find. A friend of mine actually gave it to me, this old rusty piece, and I just use it. This rusty piece used to be on my back porch at my home. I don't know what this is made of. It's just the coolest thing though. Little couple had this for sale for like 50 bucks, and so I said, I measured it, and it looked like it was the right size. It turns out my husband not measured the TV right. And the best thing about shopping like that and going to all these people's homes to buy their stuff is that you just get to chat with them. You meet a lot of people that way, and it's kind of fun. Yeah, so this little piece right here was the twin to that other one, a much bigger version that I'm using. It's a sofa table. So I just loved it because it was handcrafted. It kind of fit the wonkiness of my house. Speaking of wonky, let me introduce you to my ugly fish. We did not catch these fish. The really old one, the brown one, it's on this side, on the left, that is from my art teacher's estate sale. But that is Dumpy, and I wish I could get a good shot of Dumpy. He has a bent ear, and his eyes are like looking two different directions. He looks pretty terrified here. He's a weird mount, very old-fashioned mount. And then there's that crazy looking fish that's just dried up and chipped up. Now these are so old, these are the actual fish. Now I don't even think they do the fish anymore. Someone threw that in a dumpster. They were cleaning out a house. Their brother has a construction dumpster, you know, for contractors, you know. And somebody had thrown that in, and he let me have it. Isn't he sweet? No, actually I love Dumpy. I'm serious. I love that crazy thing. I found these actually shopgoodwill.com, and yes, they arrived in one piece. How about that? Really good deal. These are prints, but they are signed, and I paid, oh gosh, I think I paid about $15 for this pair, but the shipping kind of made up for that. I got this little piece. I had to drive about an hour from my house to get it in Shreveport, but it was perfect for going in this wall. Just talked about the fish. All right, so we bought the house. This fish table was in the house, and this house was a hot mess. I think I need to do a video on because it was so gross. See if I can find some pictures and add them here. But yeah, this fish table was in it. It's carved. You can't really tell from this angle, but it's all hand carved and painted. And we just replaced the tops and bottoms, and we added little feet to it as well. And then these were just some junky plant stands I found. Somebody's kind of put them in a different order. I think my husband did. I usually have them all grouped together, but they spread them out. So that's the thing. Yeah. Oh, here's my Santa. Gotta have my Santa because I have Santa. So this is Pierrot. See this Pierrot and his little black bear because Louisiana, black bears, and all these little toys. Oh, shrimp boat because you know South Louisiana shrimp boat. Got him on eBay, cheap. The stick came from the backyard. His pole for his Pierrot, and this is another beautiful painting I got at Rolling Hills. So he just pops. Now I don't know if you can really tell, but in the evening we have lights on him, like two different lights. We have these kind of directional lights right here, and that thing glows. It's just beautiful. Still looking for another work of art to go here, but I have something that a photo we took. My husband took one and I took one. We just can't say which is better, but I don't have it blown up. Another Rolling Hills find. This is our original artwork. This is a lithographic print that has been hand colored, if that makes sense to anybody. They know what I was talking about. So the actual bird is from a plate, all the black, and then he was hand tinted. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to know. I think, I kid you not, I may have paid $10. It's just so much fun. We really enjoy our place. And it's just a better shot of the red, yeah. All right, so the red in my tiny little room here was just one of those mixed that was wrong, the wrong color. Somebody mixed it, and I bought it. It was a 5-gallon container, so I knew I couldn't do a whole lot with it. So I did my dining room, just this little accents wall here, and then I did this wall. So when you're coming in, you see all that red. When it's so green and you can actually see outside, the greens just really pop, and so it's just the cutest thing. But you have to keep in mind that when I got this place, and that is where the wall ended, was in this dining room, I just did not see how this was going to work, you know, as far as a livable space. But this was another wall, and we just took this wall out and put a header up. That was such a small room. I thought there was just no way you could get a sofa and everything. But once we opened this wall, yeah, I could see where we could put a small table here, and we could have had, you know, a sofa going this way, even though it would have blocked the windows, which I really don't like to do. We could have had some kind of, or a chair, and then the sofa, a love seat. I think only a love seat would have fit right there. But we had a bigger family. You know, we had our 2 big boys, and we just needed more space. And this worked out so much better. And we did have the money to do it, so we added the big room. So when I bought those 2 prints I also bought this at Shop Goodwill, and they set them all together. So that is a photograph, and it is pretty incredible. Got a great reflection, and it is signed. Oh, sorry, I can't see. I also picked up this at Rolling Hills, and this is a pencil drawing. Isn't that beautiful? That is just so beautiful. And it's a, my sister thinks maybe a rich older hog. I don't know. So there's another adorable painting found at Rolling Hills. Just paid nothing for it. Maybe 55 cents, maybe $1 something. I don't know. That's somewhere in that cheap range. Another Rolling Hills find. Even though we have no pelicans on our lake. They don't like this lake. And I found this at Rolling Hills. And this, I know you can't see because of my lighting. Got to adjust my lighting. Okay, so this is one that's a little painted. It's got the little thing on it, and somebody doesn't fold my towels correctly. Makes me crazy. You know how women are about folding towels? There's a reason. Do you see how this is like hanging off? Yeah, that's a man thing. I don't get it. So our bathroom's kind of a funny color, and it's because this is Louisiana Tech blue. Someone from Tech had ordered it for something, and it was in the dollar bin of like gallons of paint for $1, and I went, oh, I'm totally getting that paint. So yeah, I paid $1 for the blue paint, and it's because it's not the right Louisiana Tech blue. It's a little bit off, so that's why they were getting rid of it. Apparently, when I filmed this, I had my finger over the speaker, so you couldn't really hear me. But I was going to show this lamp. That was one of those brass lamps. There's like 2 lamps that go on either side of the bed. So my husband, you know, cut a piece of pipe that went between the 2, and I painted that all in that oil rub bronze technique, where I painted like the bronze and, you know, and copper to give it this oil rub bronze look. So I did that, and those are the original shades that came with it, which are really kind of fancy shades for a lake house. So I designed this bed, and my husband and I built it, and it was a loft bed for my older son's room, and he had like a Star Wars themed room, so it was painted gray, and we had below was a desk, and we had the you know, like a wallpaper that had stars on it. But then when we moved to the lake house, I decided to make it a bunk bed, and I found a bed frame for a trundle bed, and we were able to attach that to the bottom part of the frame, and it's very sturdy. So I think it's more sturdy than the top one, but it has little shelves built in. That was really nice. So after my son kind of, you know, outgrew it, he's going to college, so we let the other son sleep on it for a while. And then my bedding came from my mom. She had it at her lake house, so that was pretty nice. That's a little freebie there. And that is adorable chest. I got that at an estate sale. Once it had gone like half price, and I think that was the best find there. It is just cute. And then I just have weird stuff like this fish. That's a tropical fish. We don't have fish like that. But I love this little painted hummingbird. That came from Rolling Hills. I think it was around $1. So this is a chest. I got it at a garage sale, and I repainted it. And I put the little handles, or some branch handles that I got. I replaced the handles that I had on it with that. And I got the mirror at a friend's antique store. They're like, it was like 15 bucks. So that turned out pretty cool. And I liked it because of the size. Worked just great as to stand up like that. So that's where we are on Lake Bistano in that little part. You can see my star kind of where I'm pointing right there. Yes, so that's where we're located. And that is the Tulin Bayou. That is that little finger lake, area right there. So yeah, that's a great little place to be. We like it. That is that gourd is something I made, that little gourd lamp, my first attempt to make a gourd lamp. Not as easy as it looks because gourds are kind of fragile. I kind of broke a couple when I was trying to do it. That chair came with my desk that I bought. And I actually paid a good bit for that desk. I think I paid about $100 for my desk with the chair. So my little, small desk. But I liked it. It worked perfect for what I needed. And I have those hooks all over the house. They're just so handy, and I got them all to match. And that's just a cute little cross stitch. Found both of those at Rolling Hills. And I got, that is a Longaberger basket I found at Rolling Hills for probably, $1. I don't know, I've had it a while. Now that print, I did not get at Rolling Hills. That came from our house. My downstairs living room or den was decorated in all fishing themed stuff. So we were redecorating and I took that out. Right here. Okay, I have to talk about this mirror. I just love this mirror. I know I'm going to waste valuable minutes on this, but that is like an old mirror and someone has glued another mirror on top of it and it's just all tore up and I paid $1 for that thing. But I just love it. It's one of a kind. It's definitely one of a kind. And the wood's distress is kind of painted a green. So it's just the cutest thing and I just did it because I loved it. And then I have that in my bedroom as well. There's little places to put your suitcases. And then there is some really cool paintings that I have. And the boat shelves I drove to Monroe to get. It was about 35-40 minutes from my house to go get that. Somebody was selling it on, actually, I think that was on maybe on Rust Market. But I just love that boat shelf. It's really well made. My brother made this adorable little quilt rack, and it's you want to just have a napkin on there for just some extra cuteness. Yeah, that's so the bedding worked out really well with because you really can't tell. It's almost got the same green that the thing was painted. The bed was painted, just a fluke. And this print, I know you really can't see it very well. It's a serigraph. I'm not quite sure. But it is signed and numbered. It's just beautiful. And the colors match that perfectly, even though none of that was put together. All that came from different places, yet they all kind of matchy. So this is my bedroom. I'm also always changing out the bedding because it's just fun and I like to do that. And since it's too small and too tall for the dogs to get up on the bed, then I don't have to worry about them getting up on my bed, so I can put pretty stuff on my bed now. Bought the set. I think I paid about $6.50 or so for it. The king size bed was just way too big for this room. And it also had the footboard, which made it really difficult to walk around. I traded the bed to my neighbor for their camper. And I was going to fix up this old camper they had, like little bitty one, the tiny, like 14-foot campers or whatever. It wasn't a great camper. It was in terrible shape. But there's no way I was going to do it. So I ended up selling the camper for like $300. I collect those and they're all the willow tree and they all represent something certain, something in my life. And that was just some of them. That was like when I was pregnant and my son was about 5. He was 4 and he turned 5 right after he was born. Sharon Schnitt or whatever it's called. I had this in my mind. It's pronounced this way and it's not pronounced that way, I'm pretty sure. But it's where they cut it out with little scissors and it's on that parchment paper and it's so cool. And I bought that when my son went to college because it's him studying in college. So I have a whole bunch of those. I had been collecting those but never put them anywhere. I would put them on my mantle. You see a lot of them are heart shaped, so I was using those. Oh, that was a TV. That's what I had in my living room. We had that, and now I'm using it for my linen closet and stuff because I have a lot of, like I said, lots of sheets, lots of stuff like that. But the TV that's on now on our dresser, I really don't like TVs just in the bedroom, but we had it, so we just stuck it in there. And we usually hook it up with a movie when we're there. And it's cold and you want to snuggle. I love that furniture. It's just the cutest stuff, and it's perfect for the lake house and has so much storage. I had all these heart-shaped ones, and I would put them out at Valentine's Day. I just love those things. They're really sweet. Now they have a home. Those are really fancy ones. Somebody, ooh, that's all done with a like an X-Acto knife. My quilt is a bark cloth quilt that I got at Rolling Hills, and it's a weird size. It's not quite long enough for a twin bed. I mean, it can be used, but it's kind of short, kind of small. I love that thing. I've had it. It's just something I kept folded up, and I needed to cover a window treatment. I remembered my quilt that was tucked away somewhere, and I put it up. I decided to hang it up, and we bought the rack at Rolling Hills, and then it was too short, and when I was pulling on it, I kind of pulled my thing apart. I need to fix that. So we put like a pipe in between it to make it longer. Yeah, and it's really hard to work with, but whatever. But anyway, I painted it so it would match. Oh, by what that was brass, and I painted. We have run that up and down, and I put a good finish on it, and it is still held up as that old rub bronze. So that is amazing. That's my cozy little bedroom, and it's more feminine than our house. So the butcher block, it was a long story. I bought one from a friend, and then I sold it and bought that one because I really, really like this big one, and I think that was Rusted Market fine too. Both of them were actually. And then, okay, the funny thing about this little rolling cart we have is I was looking for another cabinet to go there, and they were gone. They no longer carried those cabinets; are all out. But the girl there says, "You know what? I think we got a piece, and those are corner pieces. They only had one drawer and one door." I said, "Oh, that'd be really cool if it had another door and a drawer." And this guy came down because she was like, "You know that piece up there?" And he said, "Yeah." "Oh no, we got two of those." So wow, and so I bought two cabinets. I took the doors off the other one as we talking about it, and I put them together so that I had that. And then I sold the cabinet. I paid $40 for both pieces, and I sold the cabinet without doors for $40. I know, I'm just terrible. So that was a really good deal. And one of the reasons we have to have a rolling cart there is because we do have our electrical thing there. So I have a outdoor tankless water heater, absolutely amazing, and that's our thermostat. But there is a trick, like when you want to take a bath, you have to turn it down up there to what you want your temperature of your bath to be, and then you run it on full hot. That baker's rack was green, like that good old green, Kelly green color with brass, and I painted it. This is another one I painted. Let me tell you, I got the bronze paint. I was painting everything. So that was just pointing at that little cute little set and stuff. Rolling Hills Finds, Rolling Hill Fine, that kind of stuff. So it's just fun stuff, and it was so much fun, and I love this set. It's just precious. Yep, found it at Rolling Hills. I did. Just the cutest thing. Basket that's on the top, that wire basket. I think I fixed the point too. Yeah, I actually found that a Rusted Market. So, and the duck came from Rolling Hills as well. So they just thought that was the coolest thing. I don't know, just spoke to me. I just had to have it. Oh, that plate rack was another thing. It was a white color, but not. It was like an off-white, and instead of painting it white, I ended up doing the bronze treatment on that as well, and making it kind of, that oil rub bronze. Everything's oil bronze. So those two pieces on the end are those old vintage paint by numbers, and it's all metal. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but I got those at Rolling Hills. So I found this tortilla lamp at garage sales at the end of the day, and it was like $3. And I put that on my porch, so we'll have extra lighting on our porch. So pretty nice. Good stuff. Great deals. Anyway, hey, I appreciate you watching, and please hit like and subscribe if you haven't, and share with your friends.